Okay, so I just had a really annoying mishap where I just recorded a really long clip of me talking about my day, what I had planned, and talking about the first chapter of this book I read last night. And I don't feel particularly like repeating all of that, so I'm going to give the Sparks Note version. Later today at 5:30, a bunch of us from the Montreal trip, we're planning to go to Montreal. We're leaving in a week. So we're all going to meet together and we are going to study for a French test we have coming up. Then at 7, I have a meeting with the grade 12 girls. We're just meeting, we're just going to hang out and watch a movie, but it's like a weekly thing we do, and every once in a while we just turn it into something fun. I'm looking forward to that. Until then, it's 3 right now, so that means I have like 2 hours until I'm going to go eat supper. So I'm probably going to tidy my room, and then to keep myself away from YouTube or something. Well, I'll probably still put YouTube on, but to keep myself away from doing that in my bed, I'll watch YouTube while I paint, because that feels a lot better for my brain than just consuming media in my bed alone. Before I do that, I really liked it. I read the prologue and the first chapter, and I'm really into it so far. I just love Lawson's writing style. It's so immersive, and it feels like kind of gritty, but like real and flowing and poetic, but like realistic to the mind of who it's coming from. It just feels so calm and so tangible the way she writes. You can feel all of it as like a real place. So I just really appreciate the way she writes. And I especially loved the prologue. It was such a strong start. Really hooks you off the bat. And it's just a short little moment between two brothers playing a stupid game that involves knives. And it doesn't end well. Nobody dies, but it doesn't end well. The last bit of the prologue, which really sounds like a thesis to me, like I think this is her telling us what the theme of this book is going to be. And it just says, after the little brother has thrown the knife and landed it in the foot of the older brother. Jake is the younger brother, Arthur is the older brother. It says, Arthur looked at Jake and saw that he was staring at the knife. His expression was one of surprise, and this was something that Arthur wondered about later too. Was Jake surprised because he had never considered the possibility that he might be a less than perfect shot? Did he have that much confidence in himself? That little self-doubt? Or was he merely surprised at how easy it was to give in to an impulse and carry through the thought that lay in your mind? Simply to do whatever you wanted to do, and damn the consequences. I highlighted that last bit because I think that's a pretty glaring what's the main story here? What's the main theme of the book? Or else why would she choose that as a prologue? And from reading her other book, Crow Lake, I know she's a very intentional author. And then the first chapter kicks off in the perspective of a teenage boy, Ian, and you learn that Arthur from the prologue is now an adult and married and not connected to Ian in any way, but Ian has a bit of a crush on his wife, and his wife, Laura, is like 30 years old, so it's a little creepy reading from the perspective of this teenage boy leering over an adult woman. But I don't know, I guess teenagers are like that. And I've highlighted a couple lines throughout here. I won't go through all of them. I just love the way it's written. Sure, Ian's really creepy, but he's also relatable in a lot of other ways as a teenager. He lives in this small town called Strawn that's kind of stuck in the past and behind on a lot of things. It doesn't have a lot of modern technology because it's just so far north and so rural. And he kind of dreams of leaving, but everybody in the town expects that he's going to be the next doctor, just like his dad and his grandfather. So already setting up some of those things, and the main plot of what happens in chapter 1 is his dad is like, go get a job. And so Ian, because of his crush on Arthur's wife, goes and gets a job at Arthur's farm. But Arthur, because his dad was killed by a tractor, doesn't use tractors at all on his farm and still plows using horses. So it's like gonna be really hard work. And when Ian goes around telling people, they're all kind of like, I don't know, man, like, do you know what you're getting into? But Arthur has a good reputation in town, and people are like, well, he's a good guy, he'll be a good boss, but it's a lot of hard work. And then the very last thing the chapter ends with is Ian, after going out to fish with his friend Pete, comes home and like interrupts. It feels like he's interrupting something between his parents, and his dad and his mom are kind of awkwardly in the living room. His dad at the doorway and his mom sitting on the couch, and they kind of are quiet and look at him, and they're like, hey bud, you're home early. So it doesn't really seem like Ian picks up on what might be going on, but it's written very well, and it comes across to the reader as like, okay, there's something bad going on between his parents that they don't want Ian to know about. So yeah, I'm really hooked. I'm very interested. It's a super grounded story. Like, that's what Crow Lake was as well. It's like dramatic and compelling, but grounded and realistic, and it just feels so plausible in a way that like hooks you and gets you so invested in it, at least for me. So I'm super excited, and I think it's going to be good, but I'm keeping myself away from reading it like too much during the day because I'll fly through it way too fast. So I'm just going to read it at night before bed, and that way it'll last longer. Okay, now I'm going to tidy my room. I probably won't film that because it's getting a little repetitive. And then after that, I'll paint. And maybe I'll finally finish that painting. Okay, it's almost 4:30 now. I think I'm just gonna get ready to go for supper, you know? Well, clean up after myself here. Like, it's not the best painting I've ever done. It's kind of boring. But I think I'm done with it for now. I'm probably gonna put it on my wall. Maybe some point I'll be hit with inspiration on how to make it a little more unique and interesting. But for now, it's a cute little limited palette portrait of a building, I guess. Okay. It's so nice to finally have this space clear of all that painting supplies. It's been there for like a week now. Just got back from supper and our study group got canceled, so I have free time now until my little meeting with the grade 12s. So I don't know really what I'm gonna do. I think some digital art maybe, just for a bit. Yeah, before then though, I'm gonna get changed into some comfy clothes. So actually, something I've always been curious about is like making myself one of those little PNG tubers. I think that'd be so cute. I don't know if I'd ever actually use it, but it'd be a fun project. So I'm gonna, like, I know where I would go on my laptop to get that kind of software, but I don't know if there's anything like that on my iPad. So I'm gonna do some digging and see if there's anything I can use for that. But that's not gonna make very fun footage, so if I find anything, I'll let you know. Okay, I found something. It's this app called Prism Live. So it's like a live streaming app, but you can import like 4-frame PNG tubers. So I think I'll fool around with it and see if there's any way to like film with it, because I'm not really interested in doing live videos, but either way, it's just a fun project, so. This is just like the preset that they had. It looks like you can just record with it too, so where a go. These are the couple of sketches I did. Kind of started out Powerpuff Girls and then got a little like that one webtoon about the princess with the green skin. If you know, you know. I don't know. I don't even remember what it's called. And then I kind of liked this one, but I wasn't a fan of the pose or like the body. So I switched the head over and drew this instead. I was playing around with what it might look like when the PNG tuber is talking and when it's not. So yeah, this is my favorite, these ones. We'll see where that gets us. I want it to like still be kind of sketchy, and I like this kind of green color. I think it's giving a little bit creature, a little bit swamp, which I really like. And then I just based the outfit off of like one outfit that I have that I like. So we'll see where it goes from here. Okay, I got like something, but I don't really like it. This is it. Yeah, it's kind of giving like Cartoon Network or something. I don't really know. It reminds me of something, but I like the little doodle better than the more cleaned up version. So I don't know. Maybe I'll revisit this, but for now I don't have any more time. So this is what we're left with. I think I just fiddled with it for too long, but we'll try again later. Okay, sorry for the really poor visual quality, or I don't know if it's even that much worse, but I already handed my phone, but I felt like I needed to wrap this video up somehow, so I'm recording on my iPad. We had a lot of fun tonight. We watched a movie and then went walking around a bit after dark. It was really nice out today. It was like positive 8 degrees Celsius, which it hasn't been in a really long time. So we were basking in the not warm but warmer night air, and we stopped outside for a bit and just chatted, sitting on some benches and stuff. But that took me right up till curfew, so I had to hand my phone in as soon as I got back. Anyways, it was a really good day today.